I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. Hitler's German troops launched a surprise attack in the early hours of September 1st, 1939, and invaded Poland with a number of armored tanks and the support of overwhelming air power. In response to this aggression, Great Britain and France declared war on Germany. Thus began the Second World War. Poland remained under occupation by Nazi Germany until the end of January 1945. In Poland, the Nazis established extermination camps and concentration camps to systematically murder the Jews of Poland. This is what is known as the Holocaust, the process of extermination of hundreds of thousands of Jews and non-Jews that occurred between 1933 and 1945. Some Jews managed to flee and others hid until the end of the war. In Markowa, in the southeast of Poland, Joseph Ulma, a farmer, Catholic activist from a young age, an amateur photographer, dedicated himself to documenting local and family life. Joseph lived with his wife of 31 years, Victoria, and their 6 minor children. The Ulma were aware of the risk they ran, and knowing that as Catholics, the most important commandment is the love of God and neighbor as Jesus Christ taught, they knew that it is of true Christians to look after the most disadvantaged and build the necessary bridges for them to achieve better conditions, decent living conditions. They agreed to hide 2 Jewish families, a total of 8 people, even in the midst of their economic hardships. A year and a half later, the Nazi soldiers learned of the Jews who were in the Ulman house, and in the early morning of March 24, 1944, they suddenly entered the house. At that time, Victoria was in labor, giving birth to her 7th child. The soldiers murdered the 2 Jewish families and massacred the entire Ulma family, including the baby that was being born. For the unborn child, baptism of blood occurred. The Yad Vashem Institute of Israel recognized the Ulman in 1995 as people who gave their lives trying to save Jews during the Holocaust. On September 17, 2003, the bishop of the Diocese of Pelpil in Poland began the process of beatification of 122 Polish martyrs killed during World War II. The case of Joseph and Victoria Ullman with their 6 minor children and the baby being born was taken up by the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Semilsk at the request of the Congregation of the Cause of Saints. It was the first case studied of an entire family that had been murdered for their faith. The Ulma family became a symbol of martyrdom of the Poles killed by the Germans for helping the Jews. Pope Francis declared the Ulma family fervent Catholics, martyrs of the faith, on December 18, 2022, saying, "May this Polish family, who represent a ray of light in the darkness of World War II, be for us all a model to emulate in the impulse of kindness in service to those in need." It is the first time in ecclesiastical history that an entire family has been beatified, including a baby being born whose name is unknown, because they all gave their lives to save others for the love of God, and with God, we always win.